Welcome back, everyone. My name is Bizarro, and as you can see, I'm back here with more Final Fantasy VII. In the last episode, we took on one of the super bosses in the form of Emerald Weapon, and in doing so, our prizes were Master Magic, Master Command, and Master Summon Materia. So, in doing so, today's episode, we're going to take on another super boss, and depending on how quickly we defeat this super boss, or how many times we die to it, depends on whether I just cheese it, or if I switch it and try a new strategy and we fight the final boss of this episode. I chose not to go for like all the master items and all that because at the end of the day, you really only get to try them out against the weapons because they're like the last things you fight. So you would have to like keep another profile open just to fight them over and over. Whereas this one's like, anyways though. Here's the last super boss of the game. You want to get close to it, and by getting close, you fight this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the last super boss, and what I consider the toughest boss of the game, being Ruby Weapon. Ruby Weapon hits like a truck, and will probably just wreck your crap. As you can see, we did nothing, as you can see, and there goes Yuffie. So, there's two ways I can go about this. I can cheese it, and never mind, we lose. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we just straight up lose now. Look at that, we're doing nothing to it. I just hit it with that, and we did nothing. So, I'm going to just turn on God mode right now, and I'll show you why this still is annoying, even now. By the way, Knights of the Round is the last skill you can get. So, here's me going to show off what happens when you use Knights of the Round, and just how long the actual animation is. This is the last one you can get, the summon you can get, and you need to either have a golden chocobo. I believe you do need to have a golden chocobo, or the one that can run on water and mountains to get through it. But as you can see, we have maxed out stats, and this thing is still tanking like a champ. So I really don't care. I'm just showing it off at this point. So I was like, you know what? Screw this jazz. If you want to see people defeat it, that's on you. I am here just to show off the gameplay and all that. I don't consider myself an aficionado when it comes to this series. I just really like certain ones. I only played like a few. At this point, I played 4. It's 7 and 7 Remake. I played a little bit of 13, but my Xbox 360 had problems with it, so I just said, screw it, I'm not going to play it anymore, because it just took forever to run. But it just is amazing, as in I really like it. Like the series, even 13, even though I didn't play a whole bunch of it. I still need to get back to the other games. But as you can see, that last one, for about 13 hits, took out a bunch of it, and guess what? It counters with Ultima! I'm not joking about that. I think it actually does counter every single time you do it with Ultima, and guess what? Yeah, it can do that. It will use... This is why I say this is like the hardest super boss of the game, and it's harder than the final boss. So, in the interest of saving time, I'm also just going to speed this up. Like, oh yeah, you didn't really defeat a boss. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just here to show this off and see what you can get. Because at this point, I really don't want to prove myself. Because like, alright, fine, sure, whatever. Super bosses, yeah, beating them are their own challenge and all that. But like I said, I just enjoy the game. If I wanted to tear my hair out fighting enemies, I would go play my fighting games all the time, which is what I do, and I still get annoyed. By the way, here's Omni Slash, still probably doing nothing. Oh no, my mistake, it does less than 1,000. Less than 1,000, and Ruby Weapon has like 1,000,000 HP. So, wow, the game's actually kind of lagging a bit, trying to process everything that's kind of going on, which I do find pretty funny, that the game's trying to process everything. Like I said, we aren't here to prove ourselves, we are here just to... It's not about defeating the enemy, it's about sending a message. Sending a message like, I don't care. about challenge runs and all that. If I want to do this, I'll do it all at my own time. I'll probably do it on my Switch version because I have this game on like 3 different consoles. Because I really do like Final Fantasy VII. I like most of it, I should say. When it comes to, I guess, when we're talking about the next part of what I really do like about this series, I would say it's the beginning for the most part. Because when it comes to what they originally have done in terms of what they followed immediately after 7 with the movie is alright. I don't find it the worst thing in the world. I have watched it. It's alright. It's a little different. It's a little fun fan service. People don't like emo Cloud, which, to be fair, is kind of understandable. It's like, oh, we don't like this version of Cloud. Bring back the one we like more. But it's like, well, if Cloud was depressed, you kind of would expect this to happen. But some people aren't like that. Maybe they just like their action scene. They don't like seeing their heroes or characters like they like being depressed or sad. Which is, again, understandable. Look how much damage we're taking, by the way. And I'm like, you don't want to use Knights of the Rounds against this guy because they planned this. Like, alright, you want to use Knights of the Round? Alright, we're going to counter with something that'll most certainly one-shot you. Which is kind of fun. It's like, oh, we're going to make this and it's going to kill you. Which, like, again, like I said, it's funny that they kind of have to make these things in order to make sure, like, A, people don't cheat and they don't do stupid stuff. Granted, though, there is very easy ways to cheese Ruby Weapon. If you want to see them, you'll probably have to look them up yourself, but they do require you to A, breed some chocobos, and B, grind the ever-loving crap out of some skills. Let me phrase that. Some materia. Some require you to master Quadra Magic, which I believe they do less damage, but you cast it 4 times. But you want to use Quadra Magic to defeat a boss that way, and you have Revive with like Phoenix and Final Attack. So like I'll show off the areas where you can get these items, but like I said, I'm here to show everything off. I'm not here to prove myself. If I wanted to prove myself in something, like I said, I go play fighting games and try to be the best like no one ever was. But in all seriousness, though, when it comes to enemies that I don't like, Ruby Weapon is one of them. Due to the sheer fact that he has a lot of HP, or has a lot of HP. Like, how many times have we seen this animation? I've done Omnislash. Omnislash does jack all against it. And, we have done many things to try and, like, oh, here's this. Can we kill it this time? Like I said, I have maxed out stats. The only stat that I believe that isn't maxed out right now is... oh, hey, look, Shadow Flare. By the way, that's one of the other ways you can get Shadow Flare, by freaking Ruby Weapon! You get Shadow Flare... so I was wrong. There's, like, 3 enemies. No, I think I said 3? There's 4. You have Ultimate Weapon, Ruby Weapon, the Zombie Dragon, and you have, what was it? Sephiroth, one of his final forms. Because we all know, like, the whole point of this game, hey, like, yay, defeated, like I said, I really don't care. Well, I'm actually surprised. I was hoping that, I was really hoping that, Bahamut Zero would max out. Let me see, what was Bahamut Zero? That's 150,000. So, let me phrase that. Most states it can take out in like a single hit. So yeah, we mastered Ultima and all that jazz. So I believe with this we should take on the final boss. Like, make this 2 parts. Like I thought it was it, but we'll show off where we can get the items, and we're gonna go back to the Calm Village, which I will wonder how we're gonna do. No, I really don't care. Just get rid of all this. Like, I am trying to get rid of this as soon as possible. It's overkill, sure, but I want to get rid of the limits and all that. I'm not gonna... I would say I was gonna do this, but I was like, you know what, never mind. Like, we're already at the final part. I probably will come back to this game on my own time, or people want me to do a challenge run. I really don't. No, but anyways, after getting the Ruby Rose or Desert Rose, my bad, wrong franchise, you could trade it for a Chocobo. And guess what? It's a golden Chocobo. Like I said, I guess it's time to go on a journey for the souls of my departed friends. That's what I said. Is like, is this traveler just freaking Cloud from another timeline? Anyways, looks like my stable's full. I'll come back when What's your stable? What are you talking about? What stable is full? Hold up. It's like, I'll come back when I have room. What are you talking about, Cloud? What stable is full? I don't have a full stable of Chocobo. What are you talking about? Let's see. Let me go in here. Hold up. I had to full excuse myself. Chew the fat. I don't know what's going on when the sprites are. I wonder what's going to happen to the highway. Yeah. I'm wondering, it's like, okay, can I use this? How do I? Unless you want, you gotta get it right on Chocobo. You raise your stealth, and if you bring your Chocobo to this stable, you can let it rest here. I'll take care of it for him. Alright. Ranch near Big Gar. Okay, so what? Like, it said, oh, the Chocobo ranch is full. I'll come back when I have space. So what, do I have to go talk to the other one near Midgar? Or, I say near Midgar, where we are actually, like, right next to Midgar. Go on. So, like, I think this is really weird. Or maybe they put this in, like, oh, did you use God mode? Okay, you don't get it. I think that might have been it, because I do remember this game updated a while ago. Looks like my stable's full. I'll come back when I have room. Yeah, look at that. Let me check, because I'm actually kind of curious. Because I don't have a full stable. Or again, they could have put this in. It's like, no, you don't do that. Which would be kind of an interesting failsafe now that I think about it. Like, oh, you didn't beat it legitimately. If then, I really don't care. Welcome. Booming Chocobos. You don't even have any Chocobo stables. You want to raise Chocobos? Go talk to Grandpa. Okay. So, I guess let's show this off. Oh, what's that? We're sort of following what's next. Things are, how about raising a Chocobo? I'm not trying to persuade you for mine. It's just because of the way things are in the world. I thought you would be a healthy thing to raise some Chocobos. Huh. You just happen to be alive. Just happens that we're going to take care of any Chocobos for anyone. So, care about 6 shows now for 10,000 gil per Chocobo. How about it? Take care of my Chocobos. To raise a Chocobo, you'll need a Chocobo stable. And they rent for 10,000 gil. Currently, I can rent up to 6 Chocobo. If you want the Chocobo sale, we'll keep up the 4 Chocobo, blah, 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 blah. Rented. Okay, so I think that's what it is. We rented it. I'm gonna go talk to Choco Bill, I guess. Or Choco Billy, whatever the kid's name is. Welcome. Moving Chocobos. It looks like you haven't even caught one yet. Okay, so I guess like with the stables, we go back to calm now and show off what it is. Because the freaking, again, I just thought it'd be funny. It's like, oh, you use cheats to beat Ruby Weapon. You don't get it. Which would be kind of funny. Because we beat Emerald Weapon pretty legitly. It just took us a while just with the sheer amount of health we have. Choco. So Choco's going to go to Calm. Or not Calm, the Midgard Ranch where Choco Bill, Billy, and all that jazz. So we're going to go there and hopefully just, you know, get one. We're just going to move it. I just want to ride it. Can you ride this Chocobo? Class C. Choco. Welcome. I want to move my Chocobo. You have all the Chocobo stables yet. You have all the Chocobo stables. If you want to put a Chocobo in first, you have to go open a Chocobo stable. Riding Chocobos. Which one are you going to take? Yes. Giddy up. So, yeah, here. I want to say you can do this because, let's see, is it over this way? It's somewhere in this, like, really obscure area. Yeah, I think it's, like, right here or something. Let me see. I can't even land here. That's the funny thing. Is like, I can't land. Oh, there we go. Can we go? Like, I know it was, like, some really, really obscure one, like, up here near the top. And it's really weird that you can ride a Chocobo on the freaking water, but then again, it's a golden Chocobo, so it can fly, I guess. Yeah, here it is. It's, like, up here near the top, and you need a golden Chocobo for it. So, get off it real quick, and you go in here. And this is what will allow you to get it legitly. Over the course of many years, Mako energy crystallizes into material. You receive Knights of the Round. And then bam, there you go. So I'll show off like where the next few things you can actually get are. So get off the Chocobo. One of the next few things you can get with the Golden Chocobo is that you want to go to like somewhere like in Wutai, because Wutai will also give, like, there's a few areas you saw throughout the game where it's like, oh, you can't get here unless you have a specific Chocobo. Like, let's go back to this way, like the Ancient Forest. Like, you couldn't get into the Ancient Forest until you defeated Ultimate Weapon or you started breeding Chocobo. So we started to breed Chocobo, and bam, we were able to get into the Ancient. Well, if you wanted to, you could have bred Chocobo to get into the Ancient Forest. I did not want to breed Chocobo to get into the Ancient Forest. So we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna go off to this part right here, where we could get some more materia. I believe you could go into, what is it, this one? No, HP to MP, which I believe just swaps them. So you could give yourself a crap ton of MP, I believe, if you wanted to. I don't want to because that seems like a very big risk in terms of the enemies you can fight. And then the last one where you really want to go, I believe you get one of like the last best ones in the game. It's like all the way over here in Wutai somewhere. It's like one of these really obscure spots like near Wutai that you do need to have a Chocobo for. It's one of the caves. Yeah, right here. This cave. You need a Chocobo for this. And this one gives you, like the last one I believe you need for Master Materia, being the Mind Materia. I'm not going to master this materia because we are at the end of the game and I just want to, like I said, I kind of want to get this done, but like I said, I really do love this franchise. So with that, we are going to head to the Northern Crater. We have our party, but I am going to switch it up a little bit, and I am going to give everyone like their ultimate weapons. So let me talk to this guy real quick. Okay, hold up, jeez. Let's see, it's in here, I believe. Thank you for a job well done. PHS. So we're gonna switch Yuffie out, unfortunately, for Barret, and now I'm gonna give everyone their ultimate weapons. Even though it's not really the best idea to do, so we're going to arrange this. We're going to switch the weapon around and give Barret his. Where is it? It's not the Max Ray. It is. Where is it? Micro laser. It's like the Mystic Spore. Yeah. Barret's is unique is that the Mystic Spore increases in damage depending on the... Oh, crap, no. Depending on the amount of materia in it. So, you see, we have a few mastered materias down here in, like, Double Cut, HP+, all this. We're going to swap that for, like, all this up here. So, what was it there? The ones we just took off. So, they would probably, be here down at the bottom. Magic Plus... or MP plus, Magic plus. This one's HP, Magic, HP, Magic, and I'm just gonna put the enemy skill. You want to have mastered materia up in here, so for him to do like more damage. So this I believe is already mastered, so it doesn't matter. HP to MP, it just swaps them. Like I said, we already have double cut, right? No, we'll put double cut up here, the mastered one. And I think we're good. Like, W item, I can use W magic, cast 2 spells at once. I probably would give that to Cloud because Cloud would probably need it more if I'm being honest. Sense, I guess. Like, we really don't need to throw a bunch of everything onto everyone. I'm actually gonna swap off Tifa's weapon. So, her maximum one, I believe, is... Did we not get it? Oh my goodness, I don't think we got it. Like Tifa's, Oh, we didn't! Okay, so, we're gonna go do something real quick. I'm actually surprised I didn't do this right away, so... Go up. Okay, so, yeah. Hold up. We didn't get Tifa's last weapon, which I'm actually kind of surprised that we didn't. Then again, it was probably just a goof on my part because we got everyone else's. Yuffie's is a side quest one, obviously. Sid's is another side quest one that you kind of just... Well, no, it's like... But anyways, you need to go back to Midgar in order to get it, and you can't land anywhere near Midgar, which is a funny thing. So, we're gonna get off Choco, and we're just gonna go back to Midgar real quick. I think you wanna, like, what? I think it was like, what, you wanna look around out here or something? Funny, I dropped the key to this gate somewhere. It must have been on the excavation tour. Yeah, we can't get in. I cannot remember where we get Tifa's final weapon. Let me phrase that. I remember where we get it. I just can't get it. It's really not that big of a deal. The premium heart is where that Gatling gun item was in the Wall Street market. So it really isn't that big of a deal because with Power Soul we end up doing more damage anyway. And besides, Tifa's does more damage depending on the amount her limit gauge is filled. Hold up, I need to give everyone like, well, does it really matter? We get the chance to do it like right at the end, so I guess I'll do it right at the end when we get there. Because I believe it'll matter more then. I'll allow ourselves to be attacked by enemies when we actually do this. Because I'm not mastering any of the last of the materia and all that, so Tifa, just go ham. Yeah, look at all this. This is ridiculous. But yeah, Tifa's damage is already really high. It doesn't really matter all that much, but I'll probably show it off in another episode or something, or another episode when I say this is the final episode. This is finale! Where you take down Ruby Weapon, even though Ruby Weapon was kind of just chilling. I wonder why the weapons to the planet are just kind of sitting in the background doing their own thing. So I'm gonna run, because I really don't care at this point. Because I'm kind of burned out on this one in particular, because I just kept grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. It just eventually got to me. Like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm burned out on this 7 specifically. When I actually get back to Final Fantasy VII Remake, definitely next year, because I am recording this like 2 days before next year starts. Which is the thing. Ah, crap. I'll get back to it, and I'll probably finish that and Borderlands before I start another playthrough. Or if I do, it's gonna be like one on the PlayStation where it's like very short, because I got the Mega Man Zero Legacy Collection, so I'll probably be doing that, like one of them in addition. Because it's a Game Boy game, it really doesn't take all that long to do. Hey, we got back attack, but it doesn't matter. Because we quadruple attack, and it really doesn't matter. I forgot where we get Quadra Magic, because I don't think we ever got it, but it really doesn't matter. Like, sure, if you want to cast Ultima 4 times, that's on you. I just really hope we don't run into one of the enemies here that casts one of the last spells we need. Because there's one spell in the game that, for the life of me, I do not know why they have not patched out, because they have yet to do that. One of the last things that they needed to patch out was Pandora's Box, which is one of the last enemy skills you can get in the game. The problem is, in the original game, it glitched to the point where it wouldn't allow you to relearn it. So say if another enemy casts Pandora's Box on you, I believe you wouldn't learn it, or I'm probably thinking of this one's more likely, that another enemy in the game would never cast Pandora's Box ever. And there's only one enemy in the game that can actually cast Pandora's Box. That enemy is, what was it? It's the Zombie Dragon, which is one of the enemies that we can fight in the last part of, on the way to Sephiroth. Like, because you do run a gauntlet, which we will show off. Like, you'll run a gauntlet against these enemies, or you can, it's not guaranteed. Oh, I should probably equip Cloud's, I probably should equip Cloud's, actual goods weapon. The, where is it? The Ultima weapon, and I'll take Bahamut Zero off it, because it really doesn't matter. Master All, HP, MP, we're all good here. I'll just probably throw, Master Command up here, because I want to. Master Command, Master Summon, and then you could, equip really dumb, stupid stuff on it. What was it? I know you can make one really dumb, what was it, MP Turbo? You can do extra damage on that. Attack Whip. Or you can do MP Absorb, I believe, for Master Command. Stuff like that. You could do really stupid stuff, but here's the thing, Cloud is already at max stats. The only thing I don't have maxed on him is magic. But it really doesn't matter all that much for him, because, I'll be honest, the final boss, like I said, is not... in comparison to what we just fought, the final boss is nothing. I'm not even joking, and that's kind of a dang shame that the final boss is nothing compared to the super boss, which I know it usually is in most games. Like, oh, the final boss is nothing. So, anyways, though, this is the final area. We come back, everyone's right over here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to head down into that final area, ladies and gentlemen, because, yeah, we are here at the end game. Let's get going. All right, everyone, let's mosey. Let's mosey line. Again, stop saying it like a whip. Say it like move out or something. Move out. That's better. Uh-oh. Look at the number. They're coming out in full force. Cloud, you go first. Okay, going along. Shut up. It'll do us no good with everyone back here. Barrett's right. You take 2 of us with you and go first. The rest will catch up with you later. Practice. Major practice run. Okay, so they give you, or, well, hopefully they give you the chance to do this right away. Okay, because my time's starting to run. You're coming. Hurry up and make up your mind. Yeah, this is your chance. So we're just going to go with this party. Where we got Tifa and Barrett, the original trio. And now it's time to hope they all come back. Later. While they go fight a bunch of enemies, it is up to us to defeat the final boss. Or at least get there. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. We basically can't have a chance to fight any of the enemies here. I have no idea what the heck this thing is. This reminds me of the Heartless. But it doesn't matter because it's going to go down like one combo to us because we are that strong. See? This is what I say when I said the final boss is really nothing. Or at least the run up to the final boss is still like nothing compared to the actual boss. So we're going to keep running. And I think we have a chance to keep fighting enemies. I'm not sure if each platform will definitively carry an attack on us. I just know that some of them will. I do believe we fight a fight every single round. Go down. Go down. Like, again, I hope we don't fight the zombie dragon because if it casts Pandora's box, I think that's our last chance to learn it ever. Ah, crap baskets. Well, hurry up and kill it. Bam, 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 bam. And, yep, there we go. And we don't even have the chance to learn it. Crap. So, I'll probably just save off on one profile because we can't learn it anymore in this profile. Tell you that much. Well, that sucks for us, unfortunately. And the thing is, it didn't even do that much. It'll do more for us because, you know, we're protagonists and protagonists do big damage. So, like I said, don't have to worry about it that much. So we go to the next platform. And, like, you can fight a random group of enemies. I do believe you won't always fight the zombie dragon, but I do believe it has a chance to show up along with another group of enemies. Anyways, though, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the final part at the center of the Earth's core. And if you're wondering why I'm constantly talking over this music, it's because everything freaking important to Final Fantasy ever is copyright claimed in terms of music. The battle themes, if I let it go on too long, it will... Yeah, this, I have to talk over this. So I'm sorry if you can't... You know what, screw this now. You guys are hearing some of it at the very least. So, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have to do damage. The only way to make the final boss Sephiroth even harder is if we cast a certain amount of spells in a certain way to make it difficult. So, in the instance of like making, never mind, we destroyed it with basic attacks. That is pathetic. You weak, pathetic fool. That's literally what that was. Because look at that. We get a bunch of experience. Like decent amount of AP. Doesn't matter. We're at the very end of the game. It really does not matter. I am disappointed in how easily Genova Life, that final Genova form came down, because it was super easy how we killed it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually coming up to the final part of this game. Oh, crap baskets. My phone died. What the heck? Which is weird, because it wasn't at 0 when I put it on the charger, you freaking lying phone. So I'm turning it back on. Hopefully it doesn't rob me of my thing, because I have a gacha game going in the background. Yes, I know. But with these long cutscenes, it's actually very imperative that I just kind of let it run, in a sense. Because, yeah, well, there's music. I still have to talk over this. And it sucks because, while I do like this, I like this a lot. Everyone showed up. And depending on actually, they survived, which is surprising. Well, not really surprising. I grinded all these guys up to like their max final forms. They better be surviving. It shouldn't be like in a Pokemon game where they get like no shared experience and all of that. Uh-oh. We're floating. Uh-oh. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. It's Sephiroth. Like I said, I have to keep talking over this, because if I don't, I get copyright claim, which sucks. But I also need to upload some other stuff to make sure we can't do anything. And I do like how they talk about how powerful Sephiroth here is. And the thing is, Sephiroth, I believe, after a point, doesn't talk anymore. Because it's not Sephiroth we've been dealing with this entire game, it's been Genova, like I said before. So, you can see in the background where Sephiroth is just there floating, everyone's shaking their arms and all that. It's actually kind of, except for Vincent. Vincent is the only one there who isn't really freaking out. You would think the robotic cat and Mog would not freak out, but yeah, we are going to put Tifa and Barrett. They're going to be our party. So I'm just going to cast some magic on us real quick because I want us to be at full health. This is what I said. When you want to have other things for you that are good. That's going to be our party. The next party, I believe, will consist of the actual characters that would be in the game. So this party will consist of Sid, Red 13, and I suppose Yuffie. Because they get very cinematic level 4s, which I might do for the sake of just doing. Sid, I know, doesn't have like the best stuff going for him, so I'll just give him Master Magic, which is really dumb at this point. But yeah, I don't have Master Magic for everyone, which I wanted to at this point, but you can't do that enough. Red 13 has nothing, because I didn't grind Red 13, surprisingly. I thought I did, but I think it's because of the amount of characters that I got to level 99 that Red 13's not at the max level, or he doesn't have any really good materia going for it. Limited Moon, I believe, is based on the amount of MP you have. Imperial Guard, whatever. We'll just give him, I don't know, protection, the safety bit. And we're just gonna give him, we're just gonna make sure he has a lot of HP and MP, because that's what I think it's based on. I do believe you can do HP to MP, and then he'll just have way more, which I believe protects you from it. So, or it'll give you more. So I guess magic pluses and MP pluses, because I know we have like a few that are good. Well, you only need one for his limited moon to be at max power. So you know what, Red, you get Knights of the Round. You know what, you get it. You went through enough crap in this game. We'll give him double cut. I'm pretty sure Sid has double cut, right? No, he has slash all, so actually that's useless in this fight. We'll give him double cut. Yuffie, we already set up because of earlier in this episode, so Red 13, I think we're actually good for Red, even though he should have more, if I'm being honest. I care. In the event that we actually do start taking out, oh wow, I can't even use some of it. We'll give him like restore and all that, even though I'm most likely not going to switch to them, which is dumb because, like, oh, you want to switch them. Let's see, you want to see how well your party's doing, like, and all that. But in all honesty, switching to see how your party's doing is kind of useless in this game. Just give him a bunch of HP pluses. Okay, we're good there. And then our final party will consist of Vincent and Ketchi. Ketchi, I know I haven't trained because I really don't like Ketchi all that much. Vincent's really good because I already kind of explained everything with him. Ketchi, I haven't done anything with. So we just gave him HP shout because that's just high damage. We'll just give him Imperial Guard and Why white cape? We're gonna protect vest. We're gonna protect vest. And I would like, you know what? Like we can't even use like here. You get this. He gets more damage for HP shout, but guess what? By having a lot of HP. So the thing is, I think I'm just gonna give him like a bunch of the lower level ones because guess what? I don't have a whole lot of them left. And for MP, we don't have to worry about it all that much. We're going to arrange everything real quick. Let's give him a bunch of summons, I suppose, like Chocomog. Give him Ifrit, like he's our summoner. Give him Neo Bahamut. Okay, we're actually starting to run low on HP because I gave him so many. We'll give him an enemy skill. Why? Because why not? Like, we're just loading up Ketchi when he has absolutely nothing going for him. So, oh, I didn't put W Magic on. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Don't have to worry about it all that much. At least, hopefully. Next one we're going to do is... I think we're good. No, I said I was going to play another freaking HP plus material on him. Oh my goodness. Do I not have any more? I wouldn't be surprised if I do. But there you go. That'll be the final setup for us. Let's go, everyone. And everyone's going to form into their own little clique. He has a lot of stuff to do in his life. I was frozen at the time, but now I feel as though my time is finally beginning. It's time for the sleep of the ages. It's time for the final battle. And this one's going to probably be like 50 minutes because of the freaking cutscenes. And how long like the game's final cutscenes are. But I actually do enjoy this boss quite a bit. So now we've come across Bizarro Sephiroth. Think about the sequences of the five targets and beat them. Here's the thing. I'm not going to think if part dies. I'm just going to beat everyone here. I'm gonna beat everyone's face in. And hopefully we don't have to worry about anything going wrong. Tifa's floating over the void. Because, okay, we defeated part of it already. Because, like I said, this boss isn't... In comparison to what we fought earlier in the episode, this boss is literally nothing. Because you can worry about other party members just to see how they're doing. But I don't think it's guaranteed on which one you switch to. But yeah, you can switch to other party members. So let's see Yuffie's all creation do some damage. Because you can show this off, but like I said, it's really not worth it. It just do damage. Nuke it! Final Kamehameha, all this crap. Which I think will... It didn't take out one of them, which I'm actually kind of surprised. But it took out one. I think it took out another. Because we really don't have to do a lot of damage against this. Wait, is it? Are we done already? Are we done already? I'm actually kind of surprised if we are. You know what? Yeah. Let's worry about it. Yeah. This is why I said this boss fight's really not that difficult. It's fun, because you get to use everyone at the same time. But at the same time, it's very boring. It's very, very boring. And very long. And Ketchi just going, bam, 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 bam. Just smacking him. Yeah, like I said, you have absolutely no control over which party it switches to. If a part dies, changes to a bit different one. This is why I think it's dumb that you don't have any control of which party you switch to. Like, say you want, like, I kind of like what they did in the remake, where when you fight a portion of the boss, it just switches to it completely. You switch up your party a bit depending on how you interacted with them throughout the game, which I believe I like more. But I would like it if, like, when we actually get to this in the future, because we are, be 2025 or even 2030. When we actually get to that part, it's going to be... I wish they would give us some control. Like, make it to where we have control of which party we get to. Maybe even give us, like, one more party member so we can kind of even it out, which I think is what they're going to do. Because if you saw at the end what they did with Aerith in Remake, in comparison to what they did in the past, we're just waiting for this thing to go, because Bizarro Sephiroth here is the one that's taking all the time in the freaking world to try and fight us. Oh wow, I actually did some damage, but not really. Oh, we're hitting what, the bottom portion right there? Head portion dead. I think we can only have to focus on the core. So I'm going to speed this up because good freaking lord, this is taking forever. And we're just switching between... Alright, there, we're going back to the original party. Oh, hey, actually resets, which is actually good, in my opinion. I actually like... Oh, Bizarro energy. Oh, he just heals. We're just doing damage because we can't control who we attack. Which is dumb in my opinion, but anyway. Demi doesn't kill you because it will never kill you. Because Demi always, I believe, does damage. It does proportional damage. Like, it flat out will never kill you. But we're not going to switch to the other party members. We showed off how this works. Tifa's not going to die because of the added effect where we are protected. We're just going to cast Omni Slash. But here's the thing. Cloud's weapon, the more blue it turns, the less damage we actually do. But as you can see, Omni Slash, are you done? Oh, I think we're done. We are finally done fighting Bizarro Sephiroth. Which I'm surprised took so long, but yeah. It's mainly because of the fight against him where he just has like an absolute metric frick ton of HP. And you can't do damage to, I believe, his core. But we get the... Can we hurry up? Because I need to keep talking. I have my TV like on one... like one... Up, there we go! The theme that will most definitely get me copyrighted if I don't keep talking over it. So I'm going to cast Cure 3 on who? Cloud? Can you hurry up, please? Oh, no. I did not want God mode. I turned that off real... Frig! Okay. Crap. I want to take off that target sign. There we go. Okay, so I screwed up, and I turned on God mode by mistake when I was trying to figure out what it was that I was trying to figure out. So I'm just going to hurry up and get rid of these, because I really don't want to do this. Because we aren't going to do a whole lot of damage, because I believe Tifa's Sting, or her limit breaks don't do a lot of damage. I think it just depends on how... I think we ended up with Power Soul being reset by... Yeah, no, it's because he has Wall on. So just gotta have Baird shoot into the sky and can't even see his face. There we go. We couldn't see his face right there, but yeah, unfortunately, by mistake, I may have trivialized this boss. Now, here's the thing, Sephiroth has a lot of HP. We'll even get to see him use his ultimate skill of, what was it, Meteor? Or, what was it? I forgot what it's called. It's not Meteor, but... Supernova. Ow. That's what I'm wondering, like, will we get to see him do it? Because... nope, that's Shadow Flare. So, Sephiroth is the other enemy that can cast Shadow Flare on you. But... yeah, Pandora's box is the one that really did the damage. Yeah, so here's the thing. Tifa still hits so hard that she's still doing very high quadruple damage through the freaking wall, but the wall's gone now. So I think... but we'll even see it is the thing. I want to know if we'll actually see it go through. Because... the thing is, like... Oh yeah, if you're wondering, like, I'm just healing a bunch of... I'm constantly healing a bunch of my, oh gosh, that actually hurt. Well, then again, I'm not having, I don't have, like, a whole bunch of, when it comes to, what was it? Defense? I don't actually have a whole lot of defense on, Tifa. Oh, crap. He flew into the air, so now I can't hit him with Tifa unless we had long range. And even then, with long range, I don't think it would hit. Yep, see, we can't reach. So what we're going to have to do is, let's show off some of the other skills, like, say, Flare. If we even get to the point... Oh, nope. We didn't even get to see it. We did not even get to see it. That was on my fault there, because I was a moron, and I accidentally clicked on one of the skills to go through, being, like, again, the freaking, The God mode, I didn't want to turn on God mode for this fight because even then we were already trivializing this boss. It would just take slightly longer due to the amount of hits we threw out. This part of the fight, though, I want them to make it to where everyone's incorporated, where it's not just your three party members that are incorporated into the fight. So, can you disappear any slower? We didn't even get to see him cast Supernova, which again is on my part. There, like I screwed up the boss fight. So what we're going to have to do is this cutscene's a long one, and we're actually going to be reaching an hour in terms of length because we have ending credits. It's a JRPG, and it's just going to take forever. So we're just gonna let all the thing just kind of like go through because we defeated Sephiroth, and everything's up to the planet at this point. We've done all we could. All right, everyone, we did our best. That's it. Let's go home proud. Proud that we may have killed Sephiroth. I say may have because the frickin' prick can never die for some reason. This man has contingency plans on contingency plans. Is he at the level of Aizen or Madara? No. But he does have a lot. I'd probably put him in 5th, I guess. Because Aizen's plan is literally everything. You watching this video was part of Aizen's plan somehow. And, like Cloud notices, Sephiroth is still here, trying to get him. Whoop! Cloud's freaking subconscious jumps into the void. Here's the thing. With certain cutscenes coming up, they are actually blocked. Because as you remember, all the way back with the Aerith cutscene and some of the footage being blocked are being lost. For some reason, this game that's 20 plus something years old at this point, I believe, still has blocked cutscenes for some reason, even though most gamers know the whole joke about Aerith dying or Sephiroth coming back because they're that iconic. If you at least ask them about JRPGs, I like the scene and like it's just like a trip. You're ready to go on a trip. I do like it. It is good. It's animated really well. I think it still kind of holds up today, though I wish like the screen was bigger. Like we didn't have like this tiny screen. Cloud's face is like, oh, I'm sick of this shit already. Can you not die? And here we are. The most iconic scene from Final Fantasy, in my opinion. If I had to give it to like one other scene, it probably wouldn't be anything else, but we're going to finish this, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go out with the ultimate Omni Slash. And as you saw, the limit break is always... It's impossible to lose this fight. It is impossible to lose this fight. Like, the game actively makes it impossible for you. Like, I think it'll eventually just make you counter. Finish him! And with that, Sephiroth has taken, presumably, his last hit. He has no more backup plans. He has nothing that will save him this time. Until they make the movie, and then make the games, and then remake the games, but they have a different ending. Yeah. So, that is... It's weird. Oh, we're going to go way past an hour on this. We're going way past an hour on this. Whether I don't think I can fast forward through the credits. I want to let them go through, but at the same point, like, we've been doing this for a while. I probably should have just made Ruby Weapon part of the last episode. I really should have. But hey, you do what you do. And like I said, I have to talk over this, even though I would love just to let the music rock. But Square Enix sucks when it comes to freaking copyright against anything that's like, nope, you can't put that. Nope, you can't put that. Anyways, here's the last cutscene, which I do enjoy. It's a little weird, though, I would say. I don't know if they changed it or anything, because they changed some things on here. Because the game got an update a while back. We got the cutscene playing, but we don't have voice acting because this is an old game. And so, no voice acting. But, Cloud, don't be falling into the materia. Not into the materia. I'm just chilling at this point. They still have jiggle physics back in the day. Can't fault them, though. But hey, I enjoy this game, like I say. And here's the thing. Hey, you only see the main party? Here's the thing. There's a reason for that. Because Yuffie and Vincent are optional characters, they are not in this FMV. It's explained later in the I believe like the ultimate guidebook, or it's like in the ultimate guidebook, the movie, and I believe like all subsequent material, that Yuffie and Vincent got out early and they went to go evacuate Midgar. And I believe, I'm not sure if like one of them stayed behind to go with the High Wind, which they probably should have updated now at this point anyways. But, hey, I'm just here to play the games. I don't know all the lore, I don't remember everything. Though I claim to know a lot of stuff, I won't claim to say I know everything when it comes to this series of games. Oh, by the way, I believe this was the scene that was that is blocked out in the recording, because a person I watched, being Storm7, he was doing a playthrough of this. He finished a while ago for a live stream. That this scene, I believe, or some of the last scenes, are blocked. Again, why they blocking a 20-year-old game, I have no idea on why they would do that when everyone kind of knows what's happening in this game. But hey, who knows? Square Enix will block off almost everything except for like the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, which they did do. Only like the last chapter, I believe, is blocked. Oh, hey, look, it's Marlene. You know that one character we saw like what, twice, and is now back for this ending cutscene, because we're gonna see a meteor happen. Oh, it's heading directly over Midgard too, like right over there. When it comes to attacks though, oh look, it's casting Tornado. But yeah, this is why I'm saying, like, it's explained later in all subsequent material what happens to Midgard. But you can see Midgard's getting screwed in terms of what's happening to it. Which I'm wondering is, like, will they recreate this one for one in the next remake, either remake 2 or 3? I want it to be 3, because they can make it super long. Like, remake part 2 could be until Aerith dies, or if they actually are going to kill her because they broke fate. But hey, look, it's Holy going to, quote unquote, protect the planet, because we don't know, because Holy's going to deem whatever a threat to the planet is and maybe erase it. Bugenhagen's place. I don't know if they should have made it like a little thing if they just saw a little ghost. I don't know. Uh-oh. Was it too late? Because it looks like it's still going through. Like, it looks like Meteor is still going through Holy. Even though by the fact that Holy, it didn't look like Holy was strong enough. What happened to Midgard? Can't let that happen. Yeah, this was changed out. And everyone take refuge in the slums, but I really don't think that'll help. So, yeah, they changed this where it's like, they had, like I said, they had Vincent and Yuffie to be like the ones like, no, we had everyone escape. Well, which could explain why they're not in the final battle if they choose to do that. Oh yeah, we are going way over an hour. This will be my longest video. I didn't want it to be my longest video. I was hoping for that to be like a discussion video or something, but this to be the longest, I expect it to be. This will be murder on my flash drive and my computer, because it will probably take 2 to 3 hours just to process all of this. Heck, for the video file I'll have it in, it will probably be over a gig or 2. So that would be saying something when it's like over 3 gigs or something in my video. Heck, it'll probably be 4 or 5, which I probably think it will be. I'm just here snacking like, can I skip this? Because this is going on a long while, but I like this game. It's just like, it's recording is what's killing me. And my computer. It'll really kill my computer when I try to post this either on New Year's Eve or day. Probably day because of how long it will take for it to process. Because it's already like 3 o'clock for me where I am. And I had to post up my other video for Dark Souls. I gotta post my other video, the previous one for Final Fantasy. This is gonna take probably a whole day in of itself. Oh, it's my brother. I mean, this loud freaking music. But yeah, I had to keep talking over this, and who knows? Maybe the scene will be copyright claimed. Maybe that's what I need to worry about, the whole scene being copyright claimed here. Because freaking game, some games like, no, you can't post this. I'm like, why not? Because we said so. But it's like, it has to be transformative in some way, and yours isn't transformative enough, even though you're talking over it, you don't really change it all that much. You're the ones who changed like the video format and all that crap. So with this, the ending in terms of Final Fantasy VII, the ending was supposed to be left ambiguous on whether humanity survived or not. That's what I like and also really don't like when it comes to this game. That the endings, well, it lets it go forward. But yeah, here we are at the end of the game. So I want to see if, can I skip this? Like, I don't want to like throw shade at any of the creators or anything. This is just going to take a while because it's a JRPG, and JRPGs have a lot of people who work on it, so we're going to have a lot of things to talk about. I guess I could start with the story. I really do like the story, but in comparison to what I played so far with the other games, being 3, one being a direct, not remake, but remake, pseudo-sequel. It feels good. Like, we lose Cloud, you get to play some of the other main characters for a little bit. I kind of enjoy that. I always wanted to see, like, what other things you can see in terms of, like, perspective on, like, what other characters think, like they did in 4DS, where you switch to the other party members, you pause real quick, and you can get their thoughts. I wish that when they re-released the game, they could have done something like that. Or maybe they did something like that in the previous one. I don't know. Because they don't update the graphics. In terms of difficulty, the game really isn't that what I consider super difficult unless you're trying to face things either low level or ill-prepared. Ill-prepared means something like Ruby Weapon, or low level being something like the Midgar Zone. Other than that, you really should not have too much difficulty when it comes to this game. In my opinion, like the Wutai side quest can be difficult because maybe you're overly reliant on materia, but they give you like a bunch of like items that give you like bolts or like level tier 2 and 3 spells that you can use to fight the enemy. So you really don't have to worry about anything too difficult. Can I speed up this, please? Okay, yes I can. I'll have it speed up so that way we get just kind of talking like go over this, because like they say, okay, yeah, we know the cutscenes are long, we're gonna allow you to skip through them. You couldn't do that with the previous cutscenes, but you know what I mean. Is this the most difficult Final Fantasy I played? No. In terms of difficulty, I would definitely say that Remake is harder because it has a hard mode. I would say 4DS is definitely harder, because for those of you who have played the game, it's very hard to level up in there because they constantly split the HP depending on if your party member's alive or not, even if one of them is at max level. Case in point, like Cecil at like max level will still receive HP even though Rydia and Edge need to still level up, for an example. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII, it's very easy to break this game, in my opinion, when it comes to the difficulty. So that's why I think it's much easier. But I would definitely say that the story is much more enjoyable in comparison to the ones I've seen and to the ones I've played. Granted though, like I said, I haven't played that much in comparison to the other people who like the Final Fantasy series. I have primarily stayed like a 7 fanboy, and my only little ventures have been into games I've already had where I took an interest in. Like, I got 4 because I was interested in 7, and I beat 7. I was like, oh, let me get 4. Oh, wait, 4's kicking my butt. I'm not going to play this. It's not until, like, years later, I'm like, okay, let me sit down and actually beat this, and I did. So, that's what I'm saying, like, when it comes to, like, challenge, like, I might want to explore and, like, journey into other Final Fantasies. Is like, oh, you know what? I really like 7. Let me see what else I can play in terms of like what I really like. But I can't really do that without spending some money right now. Like, sure, I have my job and all that helping me cover money, but I need to save up for other expenses. Where, as much as I like games to be like super cheap and be like $5, I'm gonna need like more setup in order to record those games. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do them, or at least other Final Fantasies. Maybe in the future, or like Final Fantasy 15, like all the DLC for it goes on sale. Maybe I'll do it on PlayStation or Xbox, depends on my mood. I might do it on PlayStation because it'll be easier to record, and then I'll just probably throw it on my computer, play in the background, and like, alright, switch, here's the transition, enjoy it. But I don't plan to play 14 because I hear 14 is an MMO. I really don't like MMOs. I wanted to try some other games for it, like I said in the Dark Souls video. I have a few of those planned out already now. But in the future, I might get a Switch, and then like some of the older games that I've had for like years at this point, like say 3 Houses or some of the Pokemon games, I'll come back and do those. Oh, is this it? I think this is it. 500 years later. Yeah, 500 years later. This is why I said the survival of humanity was left ambiguous, because they future cut 500 years later, and I believe in the Ultimania guys, as you're about to see, that right there is Red 13. Only him and one other character, being Vincent, are alive in the future. Now, obvious things like Yuffie, Cid, Tifa, they all die, you know, of old age, I would presume. Before remake, I would assume that Cloud lived longer because of Mako and all that, but they changed that to something later where Mako does like horrible things to the body, so like you don't live as long. And there is Midgar in the future. Yeah. And can you guys hear? I'm not sure, but that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of the video. Thank you all for joining me for this journey. I know I took a break, and I apologize for that, but again, I really thank everyone for joining me on this playthrough, especially if you sat through this hour-long video. So with that, everyone, my name is Omega Zero, and I will catch you all later with our next playthrough.